So welcome to another vlog from Costa Rica. We're back in Uvita now, and what I'm trying to do now, I'm photographing a jungle scene here, but I'm actually not in the jungle, I'm in the middle of town. So standing here on the street, over there behind the trees is our hotel, and I find such a scene right next to the street. So it really looks like jungle with the ferns here, the trees, all the thick vegetation. So it's really beautiful, and I'm currently waiting for the sun to get a little lower in the sky, so maybe it shines through those trees there and I can include a sun star. But I don't need it, it's already nice soft light now, and pretty simple photo to take. So there's not much wind, so I can shoot at low ISO. Do focus stacking, so focus to the foreground and then another to the background, just to make sure I get everything sharp. And I'll also do bracketing for the background to get the whole dynamic range of the scene. But I don't think I need here, so it's a very simple scene and it just looks so beautiful. Really awesome, middle of town. That's what you get in Costa Rica. So time for a little change of scenery. Costa Rica is also well known for its waterfalls, and today I'm at the first waterfall of the trip here in Uvita. This is Catarata Uvita. It's a very popular spot for swimming. So you see on the left side there's even a ladder going up, so you can basically slide down the waterfall, which also means that this is getting quite crowded during the day, which is why I went here very early. So it opens at 8 due to Google, but when I arrived here I saw the sign 7 o'clock. So if you want to take photos, I think you can be here at 7. It's 2,000 colones to enter, and it's quite beautiful because no other people here. I'm here for an hour now, so I made use of the time without people. Already took some photos and I didn't film because I didn't know when the crowds would arrive, but currently it doesn't look like it. But now I want to talk you through what I did or what I was looking for. So you see this waterfall, there's a beautiful green pool of water, and then it's surrounded by rocks. So if I want to take photos at such a place, I usually look for some rocks in the foreground or also some little streams in the foreground, which you see back there, and then I try to get low. But I have to be a bit careful because, let's go to the side here. For example, if I'm here and get very low, then this rock would block the waterfall and the pool. The same is true for this larger rock there. So when I want to balance all the elements in the frame, I always try to make sure that the view towards the waterfall and also the pool where it hits the water is not hidden behind some rocks. So I'm careful to frame this shot, and also when I go down to the streams, you see I'm positioned a bit lower there, and if I were to get very close to the streams, which usually looks nice because you then emphasize those little ripples, the waterfall would be cut off and this doesn't look good. So what I did, I'll show you in the photo soon, I positioned myself high enough to still allow the view towards the pool in the background. And in my opinion this is important. I showed this also in another video where I took photos of waterfalls in Germany, where I was very careful to make sure that the waterfall is really visible in the frame and not cut off somehow, because I think this doesn't look so nice. I really want the viewer to be able to follow the flow of water. So starting at the waterfall, then going into the pool of water, and then continue in the foreground where there's more little ripples, little currents, or the other way around. So starting at the foreground, going into the background. And if there are rocks blocking the waterfall or the pool, this visual pathway is usually not working out. Okay, enough talk. Time to show you the photos. I think I took like 4 or 5 different compositions. Maybe we quickly go through them, but I think I already know I have one which I like in particular. Also had some beautiful dappled light shining in here. So this morning's very good. I have some clouds, but it's not completely covered. So when they move, I get different lights. Sometimes I can have completely overcast, which is nice. Then I get some dappled light. So a lot to experiment, and it was really a nice first waterfall to photograph. And yeah, in the next days we're gonna check out a lot more, especially when I have a car. Okay, enough talk. See you at the next location. So after nearly 2 weeks in the Uvita area, where I've showed you now a lot of beaches down there, also a waterfall, we've come a bit north to Dominicalito, which is a little town next to Dominical. This is a town which is famous for surfing, and yes, you can see there's a lot more waves here, and I found a very dynamic seascape behind me. So you have a lot of rocks, then this hill in the background with palm trees to the side. But what really intrigues me about the scene is all those little canyons down here between the rocks, and when the water now comes in, so the tide's rushing in, oh, now it's getting really really wet. Okay, so when the water's rushing in, I can take photos, and this looks just spectacular. Problem is I have to be careful with the tide. It's coming in, as I said, and that's the way back to the beach. So I have to time it, and here's the next big wave coming in. So yeah, a very dramatic seascape shoot, and it might be that I now have to take my camera away. Let's see. Okay, not yet, since I have positioned it correctly, but yeah, that's typical. Sometimes in between there are a few swells of higher waves, which are very dynamic, and then it's calming down a bit. And yeah, when the sun comes out beneath the clouds, I'm gonna take a few more photos. I already got some nice ones, but yeah, now it's really building up here. Okay. Let's see and hope that I don't get my camera gear wet.